Humbly request the presence of Miss America Heath in the division, and of Awai is Mrs. Peace. Now,
thank you, Joanna. The kids, right? Are they coming?
My heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Oh God of creation, direct our noble cause. Guide our leaders right. Help our youth the truth to know. In love and honesty to grow and living just and true. Great love, see high attain to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign.
I want to thank God, who is the senior partner for this project. This cannot be without him. I am even speechless that today is what it is. But one thing I want to appeal is that today is a maiden outing. So wherever you find some faults, some hitches, please forgive us and see this as our tutoring period. I hope you pardon us if there are areas that we have made some mistakes. Are we forgiven? Thank you. I know you already have this program, so there'll be no need to bore you with reading all of it. But I'll just go straight to why this initiative was born. This initiative was born after the loss of a young mother due to work-related stress in running her business. It became imperative for us to build a platform that will mentor, celebrate, encourage, and support our women, and leveraging technology to structure their businesses while staying healthy and creating jobs for the younger generation. My partner from One Africa is not yet here because she has a few logistics to coordinate, but I will not fail to mention her name is Sister Andy. These are women who have spurred us on. I don't know how to tell you that years back I used to sell hot drinks and cigarettes for my mother. And those years were not very pleasant because you have to sit up late, do so many things and still go to school. And having the privilege to have studied up to my 3rd degree on physics, which nobody would have told me that I would ever have done, I see it as a rare privilege. Yesterday was the day they removed line from me because I was ill, and yet we were still coordinating this. I kind of imagine what mothers put themselves through to put up a smiling face and tell their children and people around them that everything is okay. Don't you think that woman is strong? Should she go unrecognized? I know that story relates to every single woman seated here. If I ask every woman here, you have your stories. You are the reason we are here. I wanted to bring my mother today, but she's taking care of my dad, who just went through the spine surgery. I wanted to celebrate her in your presence. With her little knowledge, 8 children, she didn't want me to get married early because she made a mistake with my sibling, and she didn't want that. In support with my father. These women are the reason I stand before you today. This meeting has 2 stratas. We have the seniors who we're also celebrating today, and then we have the startup moms who are connected with us online. They have children 12 months and below, yet they're working to build their businesses. For every business that is successful, we have an amount of unemployment taking off the economy. I wanted to especially celebrate Dr. Abiola, but she's a bit indisposed. She has a staff strength of over 2,000. And with this COVID, she never laid off any one of them. Please help me celebrate her in absentia. When I felt I couldn't go on, she held a prayer meeting, a Thanksgiving service, took the video and sent to me. And I look back and I realized that it is really not me, but God. I hate him. I don't know why we're having difficulty in connecting, having her speak to us. We appreciate the fact that you are also connecting with us. I am super grateful to God for today and excited to see all the faces here. I want to thank you for finding it worthy to be here. Thank you so much.
In the 1970s, UAE, United Arab Emirates, and Nigeria were classified as low-income countries because both countries were making less than $1,000 per person in a year. 14 years down the line, UAE had progressed to making more than $39,000 per person in a year, while Nigeria could only make about $2,000 per person in a year. As a result, UAE is currently being regarded as a high-income country, while Nigeria is classified as a low-middle-income country. It saddens my heart to know that UAE, that was making roughly equal amount with Nigeria in the 70s, is now making 18 times more than we are making as a country. At a point, I had asked myself the necessary question: what changed in the UAE and did not change in Nigeria to cause such disparity in just 40 years? After my personal research, I found the answer to be female education. Female education. Did you know that in the 1970s, more than half of the women in UAE and Nigeria were illiterate? However, according to Lindsay Kemp's study on UAE and female education in 2013, the UAE government made significant strategic investments in the girl-child education. And 40 years later, just like magic, more than 90% of women in that country are well educated. In fact, 70% of university graduates in UAE are women. On the contrary, Nigerian female illiteracy population remains high till date. More than half of our women are still without a formal education. These facts made me to conclude that one more educated woman leads to an increase in the nation's income. My dear sisters and brothers, there is no greater tool for fighting gender inequality than girl-child education. As women of substance, we must deploy all our arsenals towards female education. If we want to achieve equal seats in the local government legislative houses, state houses of assembly, and national assembly, have more women CEOs or lead the affairs of this nation, we must have more educated women and, of course, empowered. It's not enough to start shouting 30%, 35% Benjina Accord, or lately I had 50%. I say 50 can. We've not even, can we even attend 10%? No, we need to have strategy. In the same vein, if we want to improve the health status of women, because you need to be healthy to even think about ascending the social strata, and given that health is wealth, we must have more women-oriented policies and programs. And this can only be possible when women are the decision-making table, when we are seated there. If you recall what Meghan Markle said, she said, when you have a seat, and more often than not, in boardrooms, anywhere decision-making processes are, government circles, name it, men occupy every place, no woman at all. Then she advised, I don't know if you watched that her video, she said, carry your chair, like I tell women in Ondo State, carry your chair on your head, go there and squeeze it in. Because when they see you with the chair on your head, they cannot but shift. That is the strategy. So, I have an example to give you what's happening in Ondo State. We discovered that 26.5% of our pregnant women do not deliver in a health facility, a situation which is linked to increased mortality rates in the state. And it boils down to poverty. They can't go to health facilities because when you go there, you're supposed to bring all the materials you're supposed to use, or they themselves, I mean the health workers, Macintosh, umbilical cord clip, name it, pad, all sorts. And most of these women, they don't have it. You don't expect the doctor or the nurse to buy them for you. They shy away from going to health facilities because of these materials, which are essential. Like poverty, don't give room now. Some of these students, if you ask them to bring even 1,000 naira, they don't have it. Not to talk of buying those kits that will cost almost 5,000 naira. So, we looked at the situation. Like I said, women have to be the ones that will change this narrative. If you keep waiting for government, and the government, amen now they dear, you will not understand. Yet, our women must make babies. If you marry and you don't have a child the next day, you are in trouble with your in-laws, whether you have money or not.
Women in security in Nigeria. There are so many wonderful women in security. Now we are talking about businesses. Have you people now seen how a little insecurity situation will collapse the economy? Little. We have now seen that security has gone into medical. There's emergencies, medical emergencies that have raised insecurity situations. Just the first lockdown of COVID, look at boys running into people's houses. In the guise of lockdown, we are hungry. And women have also presumed to be at a disadvantage. So when they come into the house, sometimes they wait till the man leaves, assuming that the woman is vulnerable. So they want to come in when the woman is alone. So I took it up. I started to talk to women groups for free. I don't talk about it for money. I've spoken to local government chairmen's wives. I've spoken to bankers, women. I was in the Sherry Bank for like 3 years after I left the army in physical and risk security management. So I like women to capture the idea that security is not muscular. You don't need to have muscle to be able to contain an insecurity situation. Every man just stands up when there's something and what's there, what's happening. Because you are a man. Insecurity has left your muscular stature. It is not boldness that can even secure you now. It is ingenuity, intelligence, and technology. So we advise women, if you run a business and you have a CSO, no more than me. That's why I'm happy that Madam is there. When some people come and do display of every other gadget to the governor, Madam will just call Oga and say, that one is obsolete. That one, they used it in France in so and so year. So women should know that Google is your friend. Collaboration is your partner. This other lady said you should not be alone. Look for people to talk to. Look for security consultants that you think they know source ideas. You can ask 2-3 doctors. Some people have more than one doctor. There's something doing me here. You will say take Panadol. You will ask another one. There's something doing, say take paracetamol. You will ask another one. There's something doing, say take androlib salt. Then you will advise yourself. Because if no 2 doctors can come together out of 3 sources, then the 3 of them don't even know what is doing or you didn't diagnose it properly. So anytime there's insecurity situation, women are presumed to be at disadvantage. Please, it is not. You can utilize technology. You can. Some people have seen videos now going viral where women caught housemaids brutalizing their children. Have you not seen it? Yes. The woman don't need to look at the girl's face and say, don't touch my children. And go and say, she can't try it, I will kill her. Technology will show you what is happening in your house. It will. You can't say, let me go to one prayer place. It's good to pray. Let me go to one babalawo. It's good to respect our African culture.
We will think about the society. Where am I going with this conversation? Africa is rising. Why we think Nigeria is not working? The West is entering into Africa and stealing the best way they can, just in case you can't see it. China, all the countries, Turkey, all around. Everything we own is daily being depleted because we are folding our hands and waiting for when it's going to be our turn. The time is today. We can no longer shift. International Women's Day is for women to rise up and say, you know what, dear men, you have done your bit. I know going to enter into that place and I will legislate. Because this is not about equality. I don't want to go there. But we know what to do. We have run businesses underneath. We have seen what it means to compete globally because, for lack of a better word, I have raised and mentored thousands of women across the country who are doing businesses at a global level. So they know what to do. We need to get in those places and legislate. No more back corners. No more sitting down in your home. No more being okay with that small business. Enter into those circles. If you can't enter, mentor women who will enter and do the job. Right?
People who you can raise up in business, it is those collaborations that we are talking about. They are very key. They are very, very key in building sustainable businesses. We learn from each other and in raising other people up. You know, they say that the hand that is open can never be, I can't remember, but it's probably like that. The hand that gives or the hand that is open. You know, let's not sit in our small cocoons. You know, let's raise others up. Even go at whatever level that we are. You know, let's encourage others. Yes.
Well, my colleagues have said everything, but I'll just add, just to call value, key things I want to add. Business and in relationship, integrity is very key. Integrity and honesty is very, very key. So let's just have that at the back of our mind. And also continuity. They say something, continuity brings freedom. When you're involved in something, continue. I used to have a customer of mine in Yaba. Virtually all the whole family. The woman, she's a widow now. The husband started the business, the shoe business. But what I'm wearing, I got it from them. The man left, handed it over to the wife. And I tell you, they have 3 big boys. Obina, Dozie, Emeka, 3 of them. Obina went to UNN Soka. I'm telling you, these are my client, my customer. UNN Soka. The other one went to, I think, Great Ife. Then the other one went to University of Ilorin. The same woman pushed through. And the same guys, when they come back from school, they go to sell the woman in Yaba. They shut down Yaba. They broke down Yaba into, they demolished Yaba. So, they have now plazas, so different shops. As I speak to you, Dozie has two space in the plaza. One Emeka has a space in the plaza. Then the mom has like 3 space in the plaza. Well, I'm saying continuity, integrity. This is true, it's 5 naira. They always tell you it's 5 naira. And there's a way they package. They're all stock, they're all critical things and stuff, but there's a way they will package this thing. And it's so like, this is from there, this woman has trained the children, she's a widow, has trained the boys, and they are taking over. If I'm one of the boys that is getting married, the wife is taking over. Integrity is very key in business. Yes, coming to say a room package, a lot of people are going to organic soap, organic things, burning skills of some women. You've not learned, you've not practicalized this very well, you're not professional in this, you just want to quick and package and sell to the world. We need to be sincere, integrity, honest to our business, honest, even in our relationship, be honest with ourselves.
Thank you so much. So we started off with talking to us about visibility. Then we also have people talk about many things. There's one thing that we've not really mentioned in the panel discussion, and that's the power of branding. Many times when we talk about branding, many people think about the product or the corporation, forgetting that you are the most important brand. Yes. You, as a person, is singularly the most vital unit because your integrity, your competence, your value can outlive you even when you're left this world. The general question for all our panelists is simply, why do you think that we have issues with women not able to have sustainable businesses that outlive them in Nigeria? And I would like you to share 1 or 2 tips that you can give depending on the sector that you actually are in, for other women here to be able to go away with something that they can do to ensure that they are able to build sustainable businesses or professions at least that will be able to keep them going for a long period of time. So I will call on just Mama Ibe to be the first one to answer that question. Thank you.
Can we help ourselves? So one of the reasons I believe that women are struggling with building sustainable businesses over a period of time is, number one, innovation. And when I say innovation, we are in an era where everything is moving very digital. And we have a lot of women who haven't necessarily embraced apologies. So one of the first things I believe that is causing businesses not to be sustainable, especially by women, is innovation. We are in a digital era, and there is an onward migration to how we do business digitally, and that involves everything we know how to do in the past. And so one of the things we have seen is those who are in the developing countries and developed countries have almost 100% embraced using digital platforms to drive their businesses. And if we are in Nigeria when COVID-19 hit, so many businesses went under. Why? Innovation, digital entrepreneurship. And so the first thing is we must relax our minds to be very open to driving our businesses digitally and playing at any level necessary across the globe. That's number one. Number two is I think that we need to sit down as women and start challenging the way we think about the business that we carry. Why do I say this? We are an organization where we mentor and raise entrepreneurs, startup entrepreneurs across Africa. And one of the first things we realize is making people fall by the wayside is the mindset. Because in Africa, to a large extent, we have very few visionary entrepreneurs. And when I say visionary entrepreneurs, I'm talking about people who create solutions because they see that there's a need and they want to be a part of turning that problem around in the country. What we have seen going on for so long is people who just want their business as a means to feed their families and take care of their children, which is not a bad thing. But if we are going to be a part of those who are moving and shaking things in this country and in this continent, we must automatically change the way we think about doing business. That means I have seen a problem. The first lady said something. She said she realized 26.5% of women were giving birth outside of the hospital. What did she do? She created a solution to stop that from happening. If she leaves power today, it will be said that she attempted to curb that.
I think let's just start from the basics. The issue about vision is very, very important, that just had mentioned. And it's something that every entrepreneur has to have. And it's not something far-fetched. It's not something that's out of this world. It's just, what do I want my business to do? Simply. That's the what do I see my business as? Is one of the first steps to building, a sustainable business. What is your vision for your business? Yourself, get help. And there are many different levels. I'm not talking about going to an expensive account. There are many accountants that do. There are small ones, and as you get bigger, and you get the more expensive ones. I know one accountant that is
about women, so I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm also a banker, so that's like my course. So I understand all of this, issues with structure, with passion, passion. I don't think Dangote is passionate about songs, but he makes money from there, etc. Putting structure actually is something that I see that is very key. I'm going to take a different turn because most of the time, International Women's Day is mostly celebrated by women entrepreneurs. So as a professional, I'm a 9 to 5. I kind of want to, flag that our charge that, we are also here. We are the ones that are helping you to grow these businesses. We don't have the innovation and etc. We're the ones running these businesses for you, and that is true. So for you to actually say you want to be sustainable, then you need to invest in your people. Right, because at the end of the day, you cannot, it's not a one-man race. Like, you need people there. And what do you need for people to actually buy into your vision? Our speakers earlier talked about vision. If you have that vision alone, yes, sometimes they say, when you sell your vision to somebody
and not everybody will buy into your vision, because it wasn't a conference call, etc. That is fine, it's your vision. But you need to also get people that would align with that vision, that would buy into that vision for you. And some of those people are they're mostly your employees. These are the people that say, okay, our vision is to be sustainable. Our vision is to be the #1, producer of cement in Lagos in so years. These are the people that will champion the cause for you. And how can you get them to buy into the vision? Because at the end of the day, everybody is selfish. What is the need for me? If you're running an enterprise that everything is all about you, then it's not going to work. Simple policies needs to be in place. We're talking about International Women's Day. How are you ensuring that your employees, your female employees, you're catering to their needs, you're catering to their emotional needs, you're catering to their mental needs, their health needs? What are you doing about HMO for your female entrepreneurs, for your employees generally? Let's even not talk about female or male employees. What are you doing about that? Sometimes some of these things are not even gigantic. It doesn't have to be elaborate, it doesn't have to be expensive. What are you doing for that lady that is your sales girl that just gave birth? What time consideration are you giving her? You say, you know what, you still need to resume by 8 and close by 6. So those are the little things that, when you get more people to buy into your vision, your business becomes sustainable. You see most of these organizations that you see that they are, 50 years, 100. You see people, they give them long service awards 20 years. These people are people that are bought into their vision. No CEO. CEOs will come and go, right? But when you have people that, even when you're not there, and that's a structure, even when you're not there, they say, this is my vision. This is my vision because I buy into this person's vision, and I'm going to ensure that whatever this person says works. Even when you're not there, the person takes up that mantle and runs with it. And that is, layman tells what we call structure. Some people can do their work because, I'm supposed to do my work, I'm the CFO, so I should do this work. But when you want to get that person's commitment, passion, and buying, then you need to be seen to be giving something similar, something, you also need to be seen to be committed to that person, right? So those are the things that, I'm going to talk about, considering the fact that I'm in 95, I like to, just talk about how employees and, can also help, how employers can also help us, to better their lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So,
Thank you very much. Well, all my colleagues have said it all, but there is one thing I want to let us know. I, for one, am very passionate about women, but there's one thing I've come to understand. It's only few people that understand the nature of the kind of business they are diving into. When Madam Prince was talking this just about 30 minutes ago, she talked about Dr. Abiola Bashono. We were all locked down for good 11 months last year. Most company organizations folded up, but she said this woman never laid off any staff. She had 2,000 staff, never laid off any staff. I'm very, very sure she had a plan and she had a focus. She had a vision on the kind of business she wants to go into. I'm trying to say, a lot of us, a lot of women, they are just what you call group company. It's tomato that is raining, everybody goes in. It's nose mask now, everybody. You are not a tailor, you want to start going to nose mask. It's fashion designing, it's bakery now, everybody wants to go into. What is your own passion? What's your own passion? What are you known for? I met a lady recently, they call her Amalata. She says she makes in a week about 35,000 naira from tomatoes, our own small profits. As I speak to you, legitimately she has a property in Lekki Phase 1, not Aja. In tomatoes, most of us have heard of Amalata. She took her time, sat down, looked at this area, and she didn't mix up anything. All she was doing was sell tomatoes and pepper. Our purpose there is for us to sit down and ask ourselves, what is my purpose? What am I looking into? Then we plan towards it. Once we can plan, most of us, we don't know how to plan and we don't strategize. Today, it's the right job that is raining. Let's go into. It's the best Nigeria. Let's go into. You on your own, what is your own plan? I don't know Madam P said, she said her mom trained her. I mean, when she was speaking, I was telling my colleague, this lady didn't go to Harvard. She didn't go to, I'm sure if you ask her, she doesn't have a Lagos Business School certification. Yeah, she's very excellent. But I mean, she is passionate and she's focused. There are people that their mother were selling Ogogo and Awai, and they become brainwashed. But here she is. She has a purpose, she has a goal. That this, I want to be a woman. Today, me and you we are celebrating Mrs. Okoja Ibarra. Do you know what she goes through? There were issues, there were challenges that they can't give her this DG, but she held on to it. She was purposeful, she was focused, she was determined. She had thorough planning. The most thing we need to have at the back of our mind, we need to plan. Is it that going into Gucci selling, will I make money from it? Will I take care of my children? Will I take care of my home? As I speak to you today, women are the breadwinners of the home. I talk from my home, I talk from my own perspective. My dad is retired for the past 12 years now. He's retired, he's not working. How much is his pension? But as I speak to you, till tomorrow my mom is still working. She's pulling. She's driving. We have 4 graduates. I don't know how she did it. She's pushing. She's not looking back. She's not bothered about what is happening. Fine, the men are there. But you as a woman, what do you want? There's a woman I met recently. She's into pure water making. As I speak to you, she just bought a property of father in Ogun State. But she's been complaining about life. I mean, she has a plan. She says she don't want to divert. She don't want to add anything to it. The purpose, our problem here in Nigerians, most of the media industry, we want run off. It's happening. China is the one, is the key. But everybody, I want to apply in China. It's TVC. Everybody wants to run to TVC. Then it was AIT. Now it's NTA. Now it's China. Everybody. So what is your own? What do you want to go? Which area do you want to go to? Some of us, we've heard of the likes of Dele Momodu. We've heard of the likes of the news line. Where are they today? Mrs. Okoja will leave today, tomorrow. Where is Madam Peace? Madam Peace will leave tomorrow. Where is Toyo Sakere? Tomorrow, she will leave. It's not left for me and you. What will people know us for? Let's be identified and plan for one particular thing. I always say something. I learned it from John Maxwell. He said you can never give what you don't have. You don't have it, you don't have it. You can't force it. You can't, even if you want to go into nose mask making, you have to learn this for one good full year. It's tailoring. It's just like you going to the university. Medicine, you have to study medicine for 7 good years. You can't do magic and power until you want to be a doctor for 3 years. It's just like tailoring also. You have to learn for good 1 year. There are things that people will learn for 2 years before you know. I have a friend talking about, I think he was telling me, she had to go back to know how to learn makeup. She's learned 3 months and she was going to make money. And then she realized that she had made mistakes in most places. She had to go back and learn for another 30 good months before she became a professional in it. We need to calm down. In fact, we women, we have no wonder that little boy, the video about the little boy, we say, mommy, calm down. We need to calm down. and think, focus, and plan on the area that is best known for us. That will be identified. If it's this area, we'll work towards it. That you want some other place doesn't mean it's going to work for you. That you want some disability doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Look at the area you're good at. You can't be carrying a bag of 150,000 naira and in your account you don't have shishi. Ask yourself a question. That you're using Gucci today and tomorrow you don't have and you don't have 1 naira in your account. Ask yourself a question: am I doing the right thing as a woman? You don't have money in your account today and you're wearing an air of 250,000 naira. You need to ask yourself a question: are you okay? You yourself, you're an investment. You are planning on your own. You are a goal on your own. I think I will stop there.
We're thinking about ourselves because how many bags can we possibly buy? Seriously. We will think about the society. Where am I going with this conversation? Africa is rising. Why we think Nigeria is not working? The West is entering into Africa and stealing the best way they can, just in case you can't see it. China, all the countries, Turkey, all around. Everything we own is daily being depleted because we are folding our hands and waiting for when it's going to be our turn. The time is today. We can no longer sleep. International Women's Day is for women to rise up and say, you know what, dear men, you have done your bit. I know what to do. I'm going to enter into that place and I will legislate. Because this is about equality. I'm not going to go there. But we know what to do. We have grown businesses underneath. We have seen what it means to compete globally because, for lack of a better word, I have raised and mentored thousands of women across the country who are doing businesses at a global level. So they know what to do. We need to get in those places and legislate. No more back corners. No more sitting down in your home. No more being okay with that small business. Enter into those circles. If you can't enter, mentor women who will enter and do the job. Right?
People who you can raise up in business, it is those collaborations that we are talking about. They are very key. They are very, very key in building sustainable businesses. We learn from each other and raising other people up. You know, they say that the hand that is open can never be, I can't remember, but it's probably like that. The hand that gives or the hand that is open. You know, let's not sit in our small cocoons. You know, let's raise others up, even at whatever level that we are. You know, let's encourage others. Yeah.
Well, my colleagues have said everything, but I'll just add, just to call value, key things I want to add. Business and in relationship, integrity is very key. Integrity and honesty is very, very key. So let's just have that at the back of our mind. And also continuity. They said something, continuity brings freedom. When you're involved in something, continue. I used to have a customer of mine in Yaba. Virtually all the whole family. The woman, she's a widow now. The husband started the business, the shoe business. But what I'm wearing, I got it from them. The man left, handed it over to the wife. And I tell you, they have 3 big boys. Obina, Dozie, Emeka, 3 of them. Obina went to UNN Soka. I'm telling you, these are my client, my customer. UNN Soka. The other one went to, I think, Great Ife. Then the other one went to University of Ilorin. The same woman pushed through. And the same guys, when they come back from school, they go to sell with the woman in Yaba. They shut down Yaba. They broke down Yaba into, they demolished Yaba. So, they have now plazas, 2 different shops. As I speak to you, Dozie has two space in the plaza. While Emeka has a space in the plaza, then the mom has like 3 space in the plaza. Well, I'm saying continuity, integrity. This is true, it's 5 there, they always tell you it's 5 there. And there's a way they package, in their house stock, they are all critical things themselves, but there's a way they will package this thing. And it's like, this is from there, this woman has trained the children, she's the widow, has trained the boys, and they are taking over. If one of the boys that is getting married, the wife is taking over. Integrity is very key in business. Yes, coming to say a room package, a lot of people are going to organic soap, organic things, burning skills of some women. You've not learned, you've not practicalized this very well, you're not professional in this, you just want to quickly can package and sell to the world. We need to be sincere, integrity, honest to our business, honest, even in our relationship, be honest with ourselves.
Thank you so much. So we started off with the topic to us about visibility. Then we also had people talk about many things. There's one thing that we've not really mentioned in the panel discussion, and that's the power of branding. Many times when we talk about branding, many people think about the product or the corporation, forgetting that you are the most important brand. Yes. You, as a person, is singularly the most vital unit because your integrity, your competence, your value can outlive you even when you're left.
Greet everyone again. Happy Women's Day. We are all lovely and amazing, wonderful women. Honestly, I'm I was actually intimidated seeing the profile of so many women here today. But in any way, we just have to celebrate ourselves. Well, I'm highly honored. I feel mostly honored, and I'm indeed very grateful for being invited here this afternoon to unveil this wonderful book and to present it to all of us. I think my task is very simple, but at the same time, I think we need to recognize the fact that operating in this dynamic environment in Nigeria, you can all agree with me that it can be very, very tough. Being a business person or industrialist, you agree with me that it's quite a big challenge. It's actually multi-faceted challenges that we face. And being a woman, you can imagine, we have the same mothers, we have wives, and we are the same people that we want to be entrepreneurs. You can see that we are very powerful women. We need to celebrate ourselves. Organization is that the award is to encourage more women. As the whole category has been categorized into 2 strata, and the first being that we celebrate the woman of the year, who is our mother here, that we have acknowledged that she's done wonderfully well. And the entrepreneur of the year, the woman that has been able to, maintain the workforce of 2,000, that is so fantastic. And you can agree with me that she has earned it, she has earned this award. And imagine in the area of health as well, the woman that has been able to champion, that she's been able to encourage every woman to be tested.
Good afternoon, ma. Yeah, congratulations on your award, ma. Ma, how do you feel?
I feel highly honored with this award.
Ma, how do you feel to be a woman?
Yeah, it's so exciting, and I'm proud to be a woman. God has made me a woman. I'm happy that I've been created as a woman. I'm from northern Nigeria. I thank God for making me that way.
Yeah, okay.
And to come with a woman, today we are celebrating International Women's Day. Women in northern Nigeria were faced with a lot of challenges. Despite amid the challenges, we are still, God has made it that we strive, because we are facing strong cultural and gender norms, where women are given backstage, women are not regarded as anything, but rather homemakers. But we thank God, because amidst that environment, we are still making impact in the life of people and the society.
Ma, okay, talking about a woman, what makes you a woman? Is it your body or bearing children that makes you a woman?
No, it's an intellectual, what God has deposited in you that make you to be valuable as a woman. It's a contribution to the society. There are many categories of women. There are some women that came to the world, they are not purposive. They go and die, nobody even remember them or know them. But there are some women that make impact in the life of people around them, that they can always be remembered, whether they are alive or not.
Okay. Thank you, congratulations once more.
Thank you.